jump into the game, and we're going to find out. Game 6 already happening. You can see everybody dropping from the bus. And now we'll get the chance to see what goes down for them at their 50-50s. Countdown also definitely a point of interest, especially because it's the hot zone.
It's a hot zone, and we know that people like to land here. Gas Station Gaming have really enjoyed it, and Rambo immediately getting this purple shield, keeping this blue shield as well. This is great.
Does lay down quite a bit of damage, gets that instant shield swap that you talked about, and with this Prowler, is taking the isolated fight on the low ground, but has to look out from above, because other people are starting to involve themselves, and Rambo is on the wrong end of things. He ends up dealing out one melee, needs one more, but he doesn't quite get it. But the knocks are 1 for 1, as Real goes down for Rambo, and now GSG, we're on the chase. Nice knock there. Matt Pickett finding some kills in the kill feed as well means that Start a Fight are starting their game off right. GSG, though, still with quite a lot of work to do. I would like to see them get down into that low ground instead of chasing these kills.
Yeah, Gas Station getting a little greedy here, but ultimately they should be okay. Rambo should be able to get back up here, and should just be Gas Station starting off as normal. They've just got to keep their eyes on any other squads coming in.
Good shots from Icy. Has to watch as well the chance that somebody comes back in from the side. We've already got what could be RCO, though, pushing up. And, man, as I say that, it is RCO. These guys are rotating so incredibly quickly, and something about them today has just boosted their confidence by so much that they are already on the run through this RV as well to try and find these extra bits of kills. I don't think they get them, but this is just confidence at its finest.
It's confidence, and it's also the fact that they have such a freaking lead coming into this game that they can do whatever they want. I think, honestly, if RCO did just go down here, I don't think it would make a difference. I think they still win.
But they wouldn't get 100 points. I don't want them to get 100 points.
Stop making Dia sad, guys. I have to deal with the sad Dia for the rest of the night then, and I don't want to deal with that.
I mean, we're already definitely like so wowed by RCO today, and especially because, I mean, just thinking about it in the grander context of things, right? They, as the Challenger Circuit team, I would say have been performing very well, but still have things to fear come those qualifiers, and everything between now and January, every tournament, every qualifier, every possible occurrence is going to start building your confidence, your playmaking ability into those qualifiers for Pro League that RCO do desperately need.
Yeah, and RCO really just feeling fine. DWTT also a team that is in that running for second, sitting on double purple early on, so they have been able to loot this very well for themselves. You can see this ring heading up towards that north side here, feeling real good for DWTT because they don't need to really move too much for the next foreseeable future. But you know what? Another team that doesn't really need to move too much? RCO.
Nope, they are well and truly comfortable. We've seen a very similar ring now. I think 3 games in a row this makes it. One over at Landslide, one over at Lava Fisher, and now, I mean, it's anybody's guess where this one ends up going, but it seems like it's going to be almost right next door, and it means that a lot of these teams are going to be put in trouble scenarios one more time, getting their metal tested. We saw Transatlantic go out pretty early last time, and that was a big problem, and this very well could be Inferno if history is any teacher, but instead, it's going to be Dab coming in right now and quickly being taken down. RCO still in trouble, though, as they continue to get pushed, and Panda is getting slowed down big time. Illuminate are third-partying this, and they could start finding these kills just as easily, though they have lost Pulse. They control the high ground.
Yeah, they have the tempo as of right now and will be able to just throw down nades here, although, oh my goodness.
Trading spots, this is scary. Nis almost goes down, but Bam Click is the actual one that follows, and Nando following, I believe, should still be alive here. RCO should still have one member up, and they do. It's just Sleepy Panda, who, remember, needs to get at least 2 points to secure that 100 for them.
Well, they already have 2 kills on their team, it seems like. So, I believe they have secured the 100. However, I don't know if they're going to be able to get much. Ooh, no, that's not good. Don't tell them where you are, buddy.
We'll see how that one plays out. Haven't seen his name in the kill feed just yet, so we'll count it as a W for now. Underrated, however, looking for their own W is Sleepy Panda does fall. Man, oh man. So I'm wondering. I'm very curious. Like you said, the 2 kill points should go to them. I'm wondering if they assisted.
It was 2 assists.
Exactly. I'm wondering if they got those kills or not. That's the big thing. All right, we'll see. We'll have to wait till the end game score screen to figure things out. In the meantime, Underrated are figuring out their own push. They've already got a second, third, fourth party in the making right now, so they should feel very comfortable around Countdown, with RCO, again, out pretty early this time, even earlier than they were taken out in Game 4. Again, this could be an Underrated victory in the making. Oh, yes, Tag's showing up. Sorry, I got too excited.
Yeah, they have... yeah, just bring him up. Or not. Okay.
We'll be playing around here for just a little while longer. Illuminate, we're suffering the kill feed, but it's start a fight that ultimately suffer the most. This time, they'll finally complete a res onto You Triggered Me, keeping him in the game. And yes, flubbed. This is exactly the energy that we needed in Game 6. This could be the difference maker for them. Soboy needs to be kept alive, and as of right now, trailing the rest of his squad is not where you want to be as the Gibraltar. You want to be sort of in the middle, keeping everybody safe, alive, allowing the bubble to be the thing that determines everybody else's livelihood and not just your own. All right, let's see it. Oh, no, never mind. They got to disengage. No. You know what? I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
No, it's the correct call, but I want to see Flubbed hit people. Sitting on this bow, finally, we get to see Flubbed on the bow. As I mentioned at the start of the day, this is one of the few players that will favor this bow over anything else and has made it work. It is not just oh, I just need to grab this. This bow is nuts in the hand of Flubbed, and we will hopefully be able to see something here, but Nerf now struggling.
Turns is on an unreadable amount of HP, so I'm not exactly sure how he's been able to survive so far, but it seems like with the ring right next door, Nerf don't have another squad to fear just yet, although there is one Valking up behind them. And if they get pushed, or even if they get gate kept here, things could be problematic, not just for the immediate future, but for their meds as well. Going back to loot these bodies, Nerf have a comfortable position going into this mid-game, at least economically, but positionally, they still have a very long way to go to bring themselves over to that Countdown landslide area, and one that has a lot of chokes in its way.
Yeah, they've got to make some moves here. There are a lot of teams hanging out in this ring so far. Obviously, Nerf can just walk over, but Gas Station Gaming in the ring as well. Team's just trying to go all around here. I'm not actually sure what gas stations, if they're just trying to get loot in here or what the plan really is.
I was wondering, if any of them had managed to survive as well, because remember, they started the run that they've made now all the way over at Countdown, just sprinting it for their lives, and now seem to be crafting what I can only assume to be med kits to keep them healthy inside of this ring. So trying to play in the red for right now, get themselves as many points as possible, and this is important because points from today don't just matter for your win, they matter because you get to accumulate those points throughout the entirety of the qualifiers. So this game might just be the difference maker for them, and it's why we see Gas Station Gaming playing with such patience.
Yeah, they're going to try and hold out and just get these heals down, keep themselves healthy, and try and move back into some of these later fights here. Stick Drift OP, though, they are in the fight, they are in the ring. This longbow is putting down lots of damage from Exo.
Good shots, and Stick Drift OP returning to the tried and true. Previously, again, I will remind everybody, pushed by RCO here and able to fend them off. And if they can do that, they can fend off just about anybody. So I like that they're holding down a spot that they already feel confident in, and have got this longbow on Exo, most importantly, to be able to farm up those evos. You saw the trade go down with him giving the purple to Sushi, and now you just get to throw shots across into this high ground of landslide, bully out anybody to get yourselves up to those next evos.
Yeah, I was going to point that out if you weren't, as Exo not able to hit anything that time. Do got to keep an eye on the ammo. So only 15 extra shots in that longbow here. And we'll try and get some extra poke down and get another purple shield up for themselves, but Exo not going to be doing that. Flubbed now has even more bows. Last we checked, had about 70 now, 160 arrows, which always amazes me when people can find that many arrows, because it is the only thing that takes arrows, and that makes it a very rare ammo type to find.
There's just never enough arrows, honestly. I'm always looking for arrows. I'm like the Hal of arrows. Especially because you can shoot really darn quickly when you get the dead eyes. I don't know if he doesn't have the dead eyes, but man, you can just be lasering people for incredible amounts of damage, and it feels really good. We'll see if it can collect any kills this time around, as it may have the opportunity to against Nerf, a squad that is just now starting to rotate in. Are spotted though, and with the nades coming down and the defensive bombardment, holy, somebody really doesn't want Nerfs rotating through their territory.
Yeah, this is now getting rough for Nerf, because they need to get moving here. Ring is going to start closing. They should be okay here. Should be able to, as we do check in with Eclectic here, Ring is closing very quickly on them, and they need to get over into a safer spot. They do not have any kind of protection from this Ring.
I believe they're coming up behind Nerf, and so this push could very well kill somebody, and it's going to right there, the 1-for-1, but ultimately the thing that kills Nerf off entirely. It's going to be the end of them, but remember, there's still a squad in front of this, and this dome is buying you only temporary protection. Key needs to heal up, and he needs to do it now. Syringe may not even be enough at this point, as he's just relegated himself to going down to the Ring. He falls once more. Tap Strafers are going to be able to gatekeep this. You got to pull off that res once more, but already these timers ticking down, and Tap Strafers know that you have absolutely no safety, no dome.
Yeah, Tap Strafers just playing Gatekeeper right now, trying to throw down more damage. There you go.
Key goes down again. Eclectic. They're going to have to play this one out as a two-man, and they're going to be lucky to do even that. Right now, taking that 1v1, Pags is going to come out on top of it. Lox is desperately trying to rotate in towards that Ring, but with him unlikely to be able to recover his squad mates and unlikely to be able to make the rat play on the Gibby work, I'm feeling sad already for Eclectic's chances, and I'm going to start crossing them off of the squads that can take that third position. Nerf right alongside them.
Yeah, unfortunate to see Eclectic go down as they are, but it will be them not able to confirm this second place as Tap Strafers just do take them down. And we'll just reset here. I'm actually curious if they have the meds to get people back up to full here. We'll see. Should be fine, but Tap Strafers now sitting pretty on a bunch of kills and points for themselves here.
Should feel relatively confident in what they've already been able to achieve, but I'd like to see them go that extra mile, because Tap Strafers crucially haven't found the victory today. And remember, of course, a reminder that we talked about earlier, every kill is going to matter, every point is going to stack up in those qualifiers, with literally vibing, having control over not just the current Ring, but the next one as well. They're just off towards the south end of Trials, and this is one of the more exciting end zones that we can get. One that we don't get treated to all too often, but you watch that high ground, because it isn't about Countdown, it isn't about Lava Fissure, it's about these small little rock outcroppings on the top of the hill that literally vibing Banshee is currently controlling.
Literally vibing, gonna hold this area pretty decently right now. They're trying to keep all areas covered. They know that they need to keep their back on watch, because there are a lot of teams still alive right now. Stick Drift now. Also, I don't believe that they know where this next Ring is going to go, so they are going to realize quickly they need to move.
Receiving shots from afar, I believe that should be from literally vibing. They have data at least one other squad in the Ring, which leaves 7 completely unknown. However, with the kills coming through, we're going to be moving down to 6 completely unknown as Pags ends up going down. And remember, we talked about you wanting to prove something earlier. It doesn't look like that is going to be today. Unfortunately, Tap Strafers meeting at least close to their end. DWTT still in this, however, getting inside of that next ring. 1 minute, 10 seconds to do so. Plenty of time, but it's about securing yourself some priority over these rotations. And I do believe that with this very far corner still in ring, again, I'm thinking that it is, they should be able to get themselves to at least 5th place, if not more.
Yeah, DWTT now just setting themselves up. Nice little area to hang out in with this Caustic Gibby. Exactly what you want to be doing here. But they are aware that there are people around. Eclectic actually not out yet. Okay. So Eclectic's still alive and just hiding out, but it is definitely not going to be for long because Lox is not going to be able to hang out for too much longer.
No, it's not going to be any fun. However, Stickdrift, oh my god, wait, you listen to that? You hear that? Do you hear that sound? That's Transatlantic Gaming still in the lobby. I saw Stickdrift pushing up on that, and I heard something whizzing by, lasering from Lava Fisher. We'll see what that ends up netting them. The Stickdrift thrown into chaos by a defensive bombardment. They've got a team pushing them from behind. It means they've got to send it forward, but they can't quite do it just yet. It's Gas Station Gaming that start cleaning up some kills in the kill feed, and Stickdrift that ultimately end up taking them down, finding those knocks and those kills. Transatlantic Gaming, again, are one of our top 7 squads at the moment. This is their best game today.
Yeah, showing up at the right time, kind of showing up at the end, and now... oh no, they've got a Gibby ult coming down on top of them.
Not going to dome just yet. I'm curious to see how that one ends up going for them. And taking a look at the kill feed and the screens in front of you, MNK, it's not going to be going too well for them. Underrated, a squad that has made a big debut here today with some really nice calls in the end game, and clearly some really nice micro. Are going to be pushing themselves into the top 6 and potentially even the top 5, as we're going to be losing a squad very shortly. Already Jerome going down, Light joining him. Big problem for them. Gas Station, they're spooky to be a fan right now. And already we know that they are not the only ones. DWTT hanging out on top of this high ground, actually have one of the better spots. Again, we talked about control of this high ground, literally vibing, who lost Light and Jerome earlier. In the same place as Gas Station had gone down, now finds himself face-to-face with Transatlantic Gaming's Bow, and has to ditch so as to not go down, and still doesn't have the opportunity to heal just yet. Will just underneath the territory of Underrated if he doesn't make the critical misstep of walking into that PK.
Yeah, now Underrated, you know, as this night has gone on, have gotten better and better throughout the night here. And now holding a great spot for themselves going into this late ring. Stickdrift just barely staying alive.
DWTT, remember, we're right on top of them, and now surrounding Sushi. Last kill going to go down here as DWTT end up picking up their fallen comrade, making that push work, if only barely. They're in the top 5 now, but only 2 men strong. It looks like Underrated actually may be one of our only full squads. Let's not forget, though, Transatlantic Gaming still somewhere in this ring. We don't know where just yet. It's underneath Underrated.
Yeah, Transatlantic just hanging out. They've got this bow check ready to go.
Not having Shattercaps or Deadeyes on this is actually really hurting right now, especially in the end game scenario. 125 arrows, but just nowhere to really put them at the moment, especially without high ground. And I like this position from Flubbed on the Wraith. You can play a little bit more aggressively, and this could find you an angle onto DWTT. Doesn't get those first 2 arrows, though, with the hip fire, and is still looking around at the corner here. Does end up finding Flesh now, and this should be the push. This should be the call. Transatlantic have to know that there are only 2 people here, and the bubble is perfectly placed to be able to take down these last couple members of DWTT, securing themselves even second as we've got another squad falling. In the meantime, Eclectic ended up going down, and now it's a straight-up 3v3 in between them and Underrated. Transatlantic have already lost 2, though, and it's up to Flubbed with this PK to do it. He just can't clutch it out, but Underrated end up taking that title for the 2nd game today.